Why do you want to colonize Mars?
I think there's two reasons. One is kind of a defensive reason that, like, if something bad were to happen to Earth, then, it could be like a meteor, or like whatever destroyed the dinosaurs, super volcanoes. Could be World War III. Like, we could just like nuke each other to death or something. Like, I don't know. World War III is like seeming a little more probable these days.
That might be the leading factor.
It might be the leading factor. So there could be either some natural disaster or something where humanity just like suicides itself with a World War III situation, and then it would be good to have a second planet. Civilization isn't wiped out. So that's the kind of the defensive reason. It's like life insurance for life collectively, and so not just for humans, but all like the creatures that we love.
Wait, so you're gonna pull like a Noah's Ark vibe and bring like animals too?
Yeah. I mean, sure, absolutely.
Oh
wow.
What do you think Mars is going to look like?
Well, long term, we could make it look like Earth. We have to warm it up. There's a lot of ice on Mars. It's cold. So like you just have to warm it up to have liquid water. A series of like thermonuclear explosions. Like this, the sun is like a giant.
You'd create a sun?
Thermonuclear reactor. If you're worried about like, well, will that generate like dangerous radiation? Just go out in the sun.
Sure.
The sun it's a giant thermonuclear reactor.
What do you start with to start civilization on Mars? What's the first thing you got to do?
I think the first thing you got to do is build a base, and then that base would have like the essentials of like food production, water, and the basics essentially. You'd be living in kind of like glass domes and partially underground and stuff. So it would be hard living in the beginning on Mars.
So who are the first people that go live there?
I don't know, pioneers. I would say for the first people that go to Mars, it's going to be like dangerous, like you might die, food probably not good, it's going to be a long and difficult trip, it's probably like a lot of pain and danger. It's not like a luxury resort. It's going to be dangerous and difficult and a lot of work basically, but over time you can make it awesome.
Like the water, if you're going to heat up like Mars and stuff.
Well, filtering water is actually it's not super hard. You can always just like evaporate it, and you can purify water as a well understood process.
What do you expect the population to be in Mars?
How many people are needed on Mars for Mars to be self-sustaining, such that if the spaceships from Earth ever stopped coming, it wouldn't die out. So I don't know, maybe 1 million people, I'm guessing. I hope it's not more than that.
What do you think's the biggest threat to mankind right now?
I'd say the biggest threat right now is population collapse.
Really?
Yeah.
Over like nuclear war, natural disaster?
Don't we have an overpopulation problem?
No, we have an underpopulation problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
So this is the most commonly misunderstood situation.
Yeah.
This is a holdover from like, I don't know, the 70s or something, So there was a huge baby boom, like where people did have a ton of kids after World War II. The birth rate in the US has been below replacement rate since like 71 or 72.
In the US,
like 50 years.
How about
50 years,
other
the US has
countries,
been below replacement rate.
I know US, but how about other countries?
Well, like China's got a huge population collapse problem. Yeah, China's birth rate right now is 40% below replacement.
Well, that is a very common misconception. I would have
It's
never.
a very common
right.
misconception. Like what we face is population collapse.
Huh.
Collapse. Like people have no idea how fast the population is going to collapse.
What are we trending
Japan
at?
is pretty far along in that. Like Japan actually lost like 600,000, went down by 600,000 people last year.